Attention! This bout is 3 5-minute rounds in the super lightweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 6 wins and 2 losses. He stands 184 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 75 kilograms. Representing Black's team and fighting out of Bilbao, Spain, please welcome Arcaitz Ramos! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a perfect professional record of 7 wins, no losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 180 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 75.3 kilograms. Representing Venom Training Center and fighting out of Paris, France, give it up for Benoit, God of War, Saint-Denis! Your referee is Stefano Valente.
Bill, although I could not very quickly.
Huge leg kick to open up there. And these guys are trading heavy leather right away. No feeling out process whatsoever. But look at the laser type focus of Benoit, God of War, Saint-Denis. That's a beautiful takedown. Lands right into the half guard position. Arcaitz Ramos does a good job of maintaining guard, trying to get the sweep with that butterfly hook. Transition back into half guard from Benoit Saint-Denis.
That was a very interesting takedown, Phil. A lot of fighters go for a slam there, but that slam can create little areas where the opponent can pop up. Instead, God of War gently put his opponent on his back, but it was very successful in keeping him there. He's now going to try and pass that guard. He went from a half guard to the beginnings of a quarter guard. He's going to take that left knee, presumably try and slide it across his opponent's hips, and then his opponent is in even worse shape.
As we've seen on so many occasions, Carrick, Benoit Saint-Denis has a devastating top game, and like a hot knife through butter, right into the mount positions, grapevines the legs. That is stunning jiu-jitsu.
Stunning and very quick in less than 1 minute. God of War took a shot and took his fighter right out of his game.
As you say, Carrick, he has so much time here with which to work. Doing a great job of just isolating the hips of Arcaitz Ramos, giving him greater control. Now switching momentarily to the Dagestani handcuff.
People sometimes think that shots thrown from the mount because the hips aren't fully involved don't hit that hard. Believe me, they do. You're seeing somebody with extraordinary core strength here, and those shots hurt. Those shots are causing damage.
Keep an eye out for the head-arm triangle. Arcaitz doing a good job to try and get some sort of guard back. Was able to work to the half guard, but again, very similar position. It could just be a case of rinse, repeat here for Benoit, God of War, Saint-Denis.
Half guard without the underhook when you're flat in your back is sort of like half mount. There's not a lot of offense you can do from there. And once again, Benoit could have gone to side control, instead chose to take mount. As you said, rinse, repeat. Here comes the punches.
As I alluded to, he won his last fight via head-arm triangle. He may be trying to work that here. Just softening up Arcaitz Ramos, who no, there's the start of the head-arm triangle, pins the head down. This is
not just the start, Bill.
And let's see if he chooses to flatten out or he keeps a knee on the hip.
This isn't even the beginning of the end.
Oh, this is beautiful jiu-jitsu.
In the middle of the end.
Arcaitz Ramos trying desperately to mount some sort of offense, but could this be an inevitability? But look at what he does with the knee. I love that. He puts the knee on the hip of his opponent.
Hip pressure on that knee, but big props to Arcaitz for throwing shots from the bottom there. A lesser man would have tapped out by now already.
Well, he's been in this position for quite a while. Is Benoit Saint-Denis in trouble of perhaps burning out his arms?
A normal fighter would be. This is not a normal fighter.
Needs to drop. There's the top! The second head-arm triangle in a row. Benoit Saint-Denis is a fired-up fighter. 8-0 as a professional. Maintains his status as the #1 contender in the super lightweight division.
Funny thing about the game, no one really cares till you're gone. That's a shame. Spitting pictures in the frame, in the whip with the banger. I'm just trying to pick a lane, sick of lames. I'm on a bit for better things. And this morning just a hunch, how I function in the same space. Shipping up the wave like I'm finished with the pain. That's the rain. Funny thing about the game, no one really cares till you're gone. That's a shame. It's a shame. Spitting pictures in the frame, in the whip with the banger. I'm just trying to pick a lane. Sick of lanes.
All right, Brave Nation, this bout comes to an explosive end at 3 minutes and 9 seconds of the very first round. Your winner by head and arm triangle, Benoit, God of War, Saint-Denis. Introducing your first warrior, fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 6 wins, no losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 180 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 75.2 kilograms. Representing Venom Training Center and fighting out of France, please welcome Benoit, God of War, Saint-Denis. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 15 wins and 4 losses. He stands 182 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 74.8 kilograms. Representing CM System and fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil, please welcome Luan Miao Santiago. For referee instructions, the Irish Bulldozer.
All time. Obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do now. Come out fighting. Let's do this.
Dickie Larkin trying to get his own hashtag Let's Do This trending. But this is an absolutely incredible fight in prospect. Benoit Saint-Denis from the blue corner, and Luan Miao Santiago comes out swinging. There's that low stance, keeping that jab hand at his hips, those long arms. Benoit Saint-Denis straight in on a takedown, showing his hand early. Luan Miao Santiago raising the level, bringing him up, preventing the takedown. Trip takedown potentially here for Benoit Saint-Denis. Has an incredible grip on Luan. Big knee in the clinch from Luan. He's going to have to implement that movement. Such a dynamic striker, keeps his hands low out of the peripheral vision of his opponent. Head kick from Benoit.
Interesting moment on that takedown, Phil, though. He was not able to complete it. God of War was not able to complete that takedown despite switching just a couple of times. 2-3 times, and now he's gotten hit.
Heavy hips from Luan Miao Santiago, and that young man is feeling himself right now in the Brave Arena. Switching stances, little bit of a hammer fist as he walks away. Just always has something dangerous primed, doesn't he, Kirik?
Luan Miao is trying to goad his opponent into overextending. When he does, if he does, he's going to get taken advantage of.
Benoit Saint-Denis really needs to tap into that cerebral essence that makes him a great fighter. Tries to come in over the top, does land a shot. Benoit Saint-Denis just a hair's breadth away from landing, and both these men coming out of the southpaw stance.
Phil, I'd like to see Benoit Saint-Denis just a little more scared. He's marching in there with his face open.
Spinning back fist attempt there from Luan Miao Santiago. We've seen how devastating his spinning attacks can be against Abdul Karim Al Sawadi at Brave 23. All the way back in April of 2019. I like the heavy pressure style here of Benoit.
Luan Miao showing some funky footwork.
Benoit may try and punch his way into a clinch takedown. He is finding a little bit of a home for that left hand of his.
Luan Miao believes he can slip the shots and answer with his own.
It's a dangerous game to play, but he is capable. Benoit Saint-Denis getting in on a single leg here, possibly going high crotch on it. Big takedown from Benoit.
Big moment for Benoit Saint-Denis if he can keep his opponent down on the mat and deliver some damage.
He has taken Luan Miao Santiago down right in front of Coach Cristiano Marcelo. Transitioned into side control has Benoit.
Coach Daniel Warren shouting instructions from across the Brave Combat Federation cage.
Luan Miao Santiago choosing to hold on at this stage, but I'd like to see him get to a hip just as he does. He's trying to sneak out, but Benoit Saint-Denis is so strong. Oh, he's underneath the chin. Kirk, he's underneath the chin.
There's a little bit of pain there. Maybe a little more than a little.
That looks deep. Could this be another rear naked choke loss?
This is almost unheard of in mixed martial arts. This is a one-arm rear naked choke on a world-class competitor.
Could this be the second win by rear naked choke in the career of Benoit Saint-Denis?
I can't imagine the grip strength this requires. It doesn't work. This move doesn't work.
Benoit Saint-Denis showing just how dangerous he is. Both hooks in. But now he decides to abandon it. But I'm sure Luan Miao Santiago was momentarily reaching that point of tunnel vision because that looked tight.
That is a show of extraordinary grip strength, and it's coming again, now with a short choke.
Oh, he's gone palm to palm on it. This looks deep. It's right underneath the chin.
This short choke is deadly.
He's trying to fight the hands, create a little bit of space for himself, but this looks incredibly deep, and still 40 seconds
no blood
with which to work.
coming in, no air coming into those lungs.
Luan Miao Santiago now.
Luan Miao on top. Survives two close submission attempts and now is on top. It is incumbent on him to land some devastating strikes to try and pull back out ahead on the judges' scorecards.
Big elbow right down the middle. And how did he survive those two rear naked choke attempts?
Because he is a Brazilian.
Nice big elbow. And wow, I'm looking forward to seeing the replays of this bout.
Woo!
Just how deep were those rear naked chokes? Second round, gentlemen.
Now they touch gloves without a flying side kick in the middle of it.
Benoit Saint-Denis seems intent on attacking that body. Oh, huge leg kick from Luan Miao Santiago. Not a bad game plan if he's wanting to take a little bit of the pep out of the step of the takedown machine that is Benoit Saint-Denis. Oh, nice big shot up the middle from Benoit, replied by Luan Miao Santiago. That left hand of his is cocked and primed at all times.
There it is. There is a tell when God of War lets that straight left hand go. I don't know what it is yet, but Luan Miao does. What a scramble, here we go, and that is it. All close fights are won in the scramble.
Benoit Saint-Denis transitioned seamlessly into mount. At one stage looked like he had to settle for the head arm triangle. Luan Miao Santiago lets it go, and from here the mount position. This is not what Luan Miao Santiago wants to find himself against somebody who is as proficient at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and submission grappling as Benoit Saint-Denis.
Benoit has seriously heavy hips too. He was dropping his hips into his opponent's midriff, landed some shots, but he had to post back to get that, and they are back up to standing.
Luan Miao Santiago almost looks disdainful in the way he fights, but it's all part of the theatrics. It's all part of the game plan to try and draw you in and land a huge shot.
He does have a read, Phil, though. He can tell when his opponent is going to let that hand go, slip it and go for a shot of his own.
He did catch Benoit Saint-Denis coming in, but another big takedown from Benoit right in front of us here in our broadcast position.
Luan Miao very wisely holding on to his opponent's head with leverage. If he can keep his opponent from posturing back, he can stop very significant shots from coming in.
Benoit Saint-Denis sitting in that half guard position. Feels as though he could transition to full side control whenever he so chooses.
Benoit Saint-Denis' strength is at such a level that he has been able to get the takedowns. Luan Miao needs to wait a little bit. If he pops up to standing as soon as he can, he knows surely that he's going to drop back down to the ground again.
Dickie Larkin laying down the law here. Benoit Saint-Denis trying to isolate an arm. Possible Americana there for him. He decides against it again. Transitions to the mount. May give Luan Miao Santiago just enough space to buck and potentially give out his back, but a start of a head on triangle here.
Brave Nation, if he passes all the way to the side and then sinks his hips.
What you see here is he's using his knee beautifully to isolate or to block off the hip of Luan Miao Santiago so that he can't turn into him.
The Brave Combat Federation cage is stopping. Got
there's the top!
And there it is!
Ladies and gentlemen, the God of War, Benoit Saint-Denis, is the _1 contender in the super lightweight division. And what is his prize for an emphatic win? A potential matchup with Eldar Eldarov.
All right, Brave Nation, an incredible main event in our Brave CF49 Super Fights night. This comes to an end at 3 minutes and 51 seconds of the second round. Your winner by head and arm triangle, Benoit, God of War, Saint-Denis.
In our co-main event of the evening, Brave Combat Federation presents 3 5-minute rounds of professional mixed martial arts in the super lightweight bout. Introducing first, in the blue corner, fighting out of Gloucester, England. He stands at 178 centimeters tall. He weighs in at 75.1 kilograms with a professional record of 13 wins and 4 losses, making his Brave debut, Mario Rude Boy Saeed! Across the cage, his opponent stands in the red corner, fighting out of Paris, France. He stands at 180 centimeters tall. He weighs in at 74.8 kilograms. He has an undefeated pro record of 5 wins and 1 no contest. Benoit, God of War, Saint-Denis! Our referee in charge of the action is Anders.
Not too dissimilar. Do these men cancel each other out with their expert, proficient BJJ and end up standing, or do we see something special on the ground, Seb?
Oh, I cannot wait to see. I mean, I think regardless of where this fight ends up, I think it'll be very entertaining. Both guys very skilled on the ground, obviously, and they know how to get it done on the feet. Benoit Saint-Denis is the first one to shoot for the takedown here right in front of our broadcast position, and let's see how it goes. So far, well defended from Mario Saeed.
Needs to be wary of leaving the neck end. Saeed, of course, a fantastic wrestler in his own right. This is a position that he's used to being in. And you can see he has that heavy heavy overhook. May try and clamp down. Needs to be wary of being thrown.
There, Benoit Saint-Denis gets the takedown.
Saeed has both butterfly hooks in. May elevate and sweep, but again, this position is bread and butter for Mario Saeed, as it is for Benoit Saint-Denis. And as I've alluded to, I think we're going to see some interesting exchanges. But
yeah, I mean, obviously, sorry for cutting off there. Saeed, I mean, he's been preparing in all these positions. I mean, he's done it all. He's been there, done that. He's been in the game for such a long time, fought in most of the most respected organizations in the UK. And here he is ready to make a stamp, prove himself to the Brave Nation. And I'm sure this is nothing that flusters him.
And what I'm enjoying here is neither man is rushing to make a mistake.
Yeah.
They're both realizing that they're involved in a chess match here. Chess is a thinking man's game. BJJ, especially mixed martial arts, is essentially the equivalent of physical chess.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, it truly speaks to their composure here. Both guys keeping their cool and, yeah, as you said, not rushing it. Oh, and nicely done there from Mario Said. Momentarily kicked Saint-Denis away.
Momentarily, I thought we were going to see him Berimbolo roll into something.
Yeah, that would be certainly would be a sight to behold.
And you can see him with that butterfly hook. He's trying to create a little bit of space. He's trying to shift the momentum of Benoit Saint-Denis, but.
And how much of a statement would it not be for Mario Said to pull off a submission victory over a submission specialist like the God of War, Benoit Saint-Denis?
And transversely, how much... Oh, he's got in on trying to get the heel hook, doesn't quite have the angle for it. But transversely, how much of a feather in the cap would it be of Benoit Saint-Denis as a brown belt to get the tap of a black belt like Mario Said?
I mean, both guys have so much to gain here. There's a lot on the line.
Big takedown from Mario Said.
And here, Said truly can prove that he is the rude boy with scoring some heavy ground and pound.
Needs to be acutely aware of the triangle potentially from Benoit Saint-Denis here. He's trying to get wrist control. He's trying to stuff that leg or arm between his legs.
And Said, he's been so fired up all week. I mean, I remember when...
Oh, that's so smart. I'm sorry, but I have to pay tribute to that. Benoit Saint-Denis had the wrist grip, was trying to get that down for the triangle. Mario Said, acutely aware of it, uses it to slice through.
Yeah, very nicely done. I'll tell you, anyone who was sleeping on Mario Said before is certainly not doing so now. And he is connecting a rear naked choke. He might be a bit too... Not sure if a position is ideal, though.
But he has both the hooks in. You can hear the corner saying that he's got plenty of time. 1 minute 40 with which to work. As a black belt, he's not going to rush anything. He's going to be slow, methodical, ensure he has the position before anything else. But nice work from Benoit Saint-Denis trying to turn into Mario Said.
Yeah, and what an exciting chess match it has been on the ground here so far. Now we've got Benoit Saint-Denis on top. And both guys just keeping their cool, battling it out here.
Benoit sits through in the scarf position. Going to establish that side control. Landing his strikes, and Mario Said needs to get up on his left hip and turn in towards Benoit Saint-Denis. Watch out for the crucifix.
Yeah, this is a bad position for Mario Said.
And now they've exchanged positions with Benoit Saint-Denis trying to take the back. Nice work to get back on the feet from Rude Boy. Can expect to eat some knees here.
Yeah, there. Just as you said it. And they've been very evenly matched so far. Like you said, switching positions, momentum going back and forth like a pendulum on a clock.
I'm really enjoying this fight, Sebastian. If you're a real fan of mixed martial arts and you can see the technical proficiency of both these men, you cannot help but marvel at it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost hard to find words because there's so much happening in the grappling exchanges.
Nice little shoulder bump strikes there from Benoit Saint-Denis, not unlike a famous Irishman.
Well, you throw shoulder strikes?
Nice little pot shots here, keeping himself honest.
Okay, shot right at the bell, did not seem intentional.
Yeah, I think that shot had left the chamber, so to speak, before the whistle had gone, or before the buzzer had gone. But again, such an intricate little battle between these guys. There's all these little microaggressions going on that are just so intriguing.
And such a close round. I mean, Phil, how would you score it?
How would I score it, Sebastian? With great difficulty would be the answer. Honestly, can you have a 10-10 round?
You know what? I'd accept that.
All right, let's go 10-10 on that because these guys are just so evenly matched. As I say, I'm still marveling at the triangle defense we saw there of Mario Said. To have that level of forethought to acknowledge it and then use that momentum offensively rather than just defensively trying to shut it down.
And there was some urgency there in the corner. Benoit Saint-Denis seemed like he might be having a little bit of trouble with his right eye. Referee Anders Taxi Olsen wipes him down a little bit as well. We don't want the fighters too slippery. Said mentioned that his daughter called him, I think it was last night or the night before, and said, Daddy, kill him. He said, no, I don't kill people. She said, okay, beat him. We're seeing both guys wearing the story of a fight. I mean, it has been largely a grappling match so far, but they have been eating some ground and pound. Both guys have.
Benoit Saint-Denis coming out of that southpaw stance, the likes of the body kick. Oh, and he's holding the hand a little bit low. That might have landed.
Those definitely found their mark, and a third one there, but caught by Mario Said.
He parlays that into a beautiful single leg, but now we're seeing the entanglement. Both men go for leg locks. Potential knee bar. Potential knee bar from Mario Said. But again, look at the calm of the 24-year-old Frenchman.
Yeah.
Needs to be wary of the heel hook too. This is such a 50-50 position in MMA.
Both guys going for it.
Can he crank on that heel hook? Using his foot to push down, and that's beautiful defense. What an exchange.
Very nicely done there from Benoit Saint-Denis.
Oh, he gets clipped with a hook. Oh, this fight has everything. Needs to be wary of dipping that head in, especially with that southpaw. Big knee from Benoit Saint-Denis.
I think Mario Said might be hurt here.
This is big strikes and big points being scored. Oh, Benoit Saint-Denis with huge left hands.
Pouring it on the rude boy with heavy strikes here. And another knee.
Mario fires back. One of the most game fighters in mixed martial arts. There's no quit in either of these men. Stiff jab from Mario Said.
What a fight we've got here. The first round largely grappling. Here we've got some vicious striking exchanges. But those shots are coming a bit labored from Mario Said. I think he still might be a little bit shaken. Oh, and another combination there.
Works the body up to the head. This fight is fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Benoit Saint-Denis with a big uppercut. But Mario just wears it.
Oh, and another left hand.
Oh, he's caught! Oh, he's caught! That could be it!
That is it! Benoit Saint-Denis proving why he is one of the most talked about prospects coming out of France.
And we have Mario Said just in front of us here in our commentary position, so we're going to show him the respect he deserves and let him gather his composure.
Absolutely. And here is a replay of the finishing sequence, I believe.
Oh, that's a huge knee. That was earlier in the round of the far side of the cage, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. That was earlier on.
The fact that Mario let that continue to that point.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our co-main event of the evening, in an absolutely devastating finish, our referee Anders Olsen stopped the action after 1 minute and 49 seconds of round 2. And the winner, by way of TKO in the red corner, Benoit Saint-Denis!
Ljubljana, you have been incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. 3 5-minute rounds in the welterweight division. This battle is brought to you by OKEX, your #1 cryptocurrency exchange. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 4 wins, no losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 180 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 77.3 kilograms. Representing Venom Training Center and fighting out of Paris, France, put your hands together for Benoit, God of War, Saint-Denis. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 38 wins and 34 losses. He stands 171 centimeters tall and weighs already 77.3 kilograms. Representing American top team, Zagreb, and fighting out of Zagreb, Croatia. Put your hands together for Ivica Terror Trushek. For referee instructions, Simone Espinola.
This is the common event. Be fair, fight hard, listen all my time to my corners, protect yourself. If I say stop, you stop. If you want to go, do it now. Go back to you.
Referee, large and in charge.
God of War, Benoit Saint-Denis, been identified as possibly the next big thing in mixed martial arts. He's got to prove it in now.
Real interesting bout and prospect. You can see that head movement. Takedown denied, beautiful sprawl, but both these guys are dry right now. How much of a coup would it be if Ivica Trusic can get the submission on the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt, the submission specialist that is Benoit Saint-Denis? Abandons it rightly to get back up.
Beautiful transition to standing. Gonna get to see a different aspect of these fighters' game. How do they do chest to chest up against the cage?
Benoit Saint-Denis trying to implement a little bit of that judo black belt game that he has. And on the takedown, good work, trying to control the hips of Ivica Trusic.
Phil, France is, of course, a world powerhouse in judo. Judo, I think, doesn't get the respect it deserves in mixed martial arts. God of War may force the issue.
Has that wrist control with one hook in. A little bit cheeky, had his toes in the fence there. Referee didn't spot it. But again, right back in on the takedown. May look to just suck out the hips there of Ivica Trusic.
Phil, I was very impressed. That back take did not work. Perfect transition to stay on top. Seeing possible attempt at a leg shelf.
Just trying to triangle those legs, as you say, elevate them.
In order to be standing, Phil, you got to have your head over your shoulders, over your hips, over your feet. If you can keep the feet above the hips.
Just as we're seeing here, good work, very intelligent from Benoit Saint-Denis. Just taking his time, methodically working, not expending any unnecessary energy.
Very hard to keep that position, that shelf, but you can often get a few shots into the face while it happens.
On the back of Trusic, but doesn't have the hooks in. Trusic just trying to shrug him off.
What?
One hook in from Benoit Saint-Denis.
What is Benoit going to transition to when he loses the back? That's the question.
Potentially we may have seen him go for the armbar, but then just
in on the
seamlessly.
single.
That is seamless wrestling from the judo black belt. The undefeated prospect now, again, just taking his time. Only 5 fights deep in his mixed martial arts career, this being his 6th. Showing some veteran savvy and calm in there against the 73-fight veteran that is Ivica Trusic.
Phil, I am extremely impressed with the God of War. It's not that everything he's doing is working, it's that when it doesn't work, he bails and maintains top control. Very, very hard to do in those micro scrambles.
May slide through into mount. There it is.
Got that left foot waiting to hook under the calf. There it goes.
Well, may have the rear naked choke, but Ivica doing the right thing by trying to turn in. Nice work by the veteran. Has to be wary of the armbar. Look out for the sweep. Maybe in on a leg. May switch to the heel hook. Ivica happy just to land strikes, but needs to be very careful here. Good work.
Beautiful transitions. In on the heel.
It's a little bit of a 50-50 position now. Both men fighting for a leg.
Oh, terror in on the leg.
Trusic trying to get in on that heel. It looks just past the point. It looks like it's just popped out, but I'm sure that that's taken its toll on Benoit Saint-Denis, trying to spin out of it.
Legs are laced. Benoit looking for a toe hold, looking for a knee
bar.
bar.
There's the top!
And he got it!
Beautiful first round submission from the God of War. Transition seamlessly into the knee bar. What awareness from the prospect.
Absolutely fantastic mixed martial arts. Doesn't work, doesn't care. Find something else. Doesn't work, doesn't care. Find something else, and it works. Rips that knee apart. Benoit Saint-Denis, the God of War.
Benoit Saint-Denis got involved in a little bit of a 50-50 position. The God of War said no more, took the knee, took the win. First round submission in the bank.
Phil, that man's using universal language to show he wants that belt. He's got the French tricolore over his shoulders. We're gonna have something official. We're gonna have an interview in just a little bit. Right now, Benoit Saint-Denis sporting one of our sponsors, Monster Energy Drink. gives you energy. It tastes great. Why wouldn't you? Benoit Saint-Denis embracing his opponent once again, showing the characteristic respect that we very nearly always see in the Brave cage. And speaking of a man I respect, Carlos Kramer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible finish to that fight. This comes to an end at 3 minutes and 39 seconds of the very first round. Your winner by knee bar, Benoit